What if Season 2 breaks the oldest rule in this world and lets men step forward as hunters for the first time? The idea sounds small at first, but it could change everything fans thought they knew about power, tradition, and who stands on the front lines. The rules so far. A quick, clear recap to set the stage before we look at the clues. Until now, the hunt has been shaped by a simple rule everyone in the story accepts without question. Hunters are those anointed through ritual. And every hunter we have seen in the series has been a woman. These hunters train in special halls, carry certain sigils, and perform rites in a precise order. The rites, the gear, and the stories all point to a pattern. Lineage and ritual give the right to hunt. Men have appeared in the world, yes, but their roles have mostly been support. They heal, they guard the perimeter. They manage supplies and stand ready with ropes and lights while the women go into harm's way. In most scenes, male characters are shown as tagalongs, advisors, or background hands. Even when brave or skilled, men are framed as helpers, not as the ones who step through the right gate and claim a hunter's place. That framing is not just a storytelling habit. It is written into the world's rules, the laws of the order, the oral histories, and the formal portraits in the halls all reinforce the idea that the right answers only to certain kinds of blood or to those who meet the old criteria. The camera work in Season 1 and the early marketing leaned into this, too. Ritual lighting, close-ups of hands tracing glyphs, and slow pans across female lineups told the audience who the hunters are. Those visual cues were consistent. When the story wanted us to see someone as a hunter, it used a specific set of shots and audio cues. That made the role feel fixed and hard to change. But the rule has a practical side, too. In-universe there are reasons given for keeping hunters limited. The rites are dangerous and strict. They demand balance, certain energies, and a precise rhythm that supposedly only the chosen can hold. There is talk of a cost attached to hunting strains on the body, a loss of normal life, and long-term changes that make the role almost cult-like. That view makes the Order cautious. They train only those they believe can survive the rite and carry the burden. Outside the halls, social expectations reinforce the rule. Families and clans pass down stories and labels. Girls are prepared in a certain way, taught the songs and the steps, while boys are directed toward other skills. Even characters who question the system often do so from within its language, asking for small adjustments rather than full shifts in who can be chosen. This cultural weight explains why the idea of men as hunters lands so hard. It is not just changing a job, it is changing how a whole society sees its roles and histories. The rule also served the story's tension. By making hunters mostly female, the narrative built a particular kind of heroism and allowed the show to explore power and sacrifice through a specific lens. That gave Season 1 a clear identity and set audience expectations. Fans learned to read the signs. If the camera lingered on a sigil, if a scene showed a right preparation, they knew a hunt was coming and who would lead it. Those expectations make any hint of change dramatic. If Season 2 steps away from this pattern, it would not be a tiny marketing twist. It would be a deliberate choice to redraw boundaries in the world. So before we chase the clues that suggests men may finally cross the threshold, remember this baseline: the world's rules have been consistent and heavy. The rites are dangerous and restrictive, and the culture around the Order teaches people from childhood who may become a hunter. Any change would need to answer to questions inside the story. Why now? And how can the rite be altered or reinterpreted? Those two questions are what make the clues worth watching.